Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Slow Customs. Today's custom will be on Siegmund. Now Siegmund is based off of a design from, I believe to be C.G. Strasser. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, feel free to correct me in the comments though. I believe that Strasser was the same person who designed Klaus and countless other engines, so yeah. Quick note is, in my universe, he's the brother of Klaus, and he's basically the older brother because he was made first, and Klaus was modified from a design like Siegmund to be like a freight engine. So, yeah. Let's get into it. Now, the face for Siegmund is taken off of a Take and Play Reg face. I just cut that off and stuck it on with hot glue. I originally wanted to use Reg's face for a Bradford custom, but I did not have the body nor paint colors for Bradford, so I decided just to use Reg's face for Siegmund. I thought the face looked decent, so I just decided to stick with it. Now, on top, or above his face, is a screw that I used for countless other things. I think it fell out of a Trackmaster thing that I had, but oh well. That's supposed to represent his funnel, or the hole where smoke comes out of from the steam and stuff, so. The top here, to get it rounded, I used a Pepsi box. Just cut a strip into it and then just bent it to the shape. I think it turned out really nice though, so yeah. He also has his red buffer beam that goes across. A lot of my customs have red buffer beams unless they don't need them, so yeah. Moving to the side here, this entire side piece was cut in one piece. I did have to cut the bottom wheel portion off of this, though, because it was just too short or too low to where when Siegmund would go around the corners, it would just hit the track and move the entire body around. So, yeah, did not mean to bump the camera. The cylinder covers or piston covers were just a simple piece of cardboard with molding putty put around it just to smooth out the edges and make it look rounded. Like I probably should have done with the edges, with the whole body, because on the original designs his whole body is really rounded, but I thought that would be a little too much for me to do, so I just decided to give him sharp edges, which I do think looks nice to a degree, so yeah. His nameplate here is just a piece of paper that I cut out and glued on, same as Klaus, so. The side rods are just toothpicks again that I stuck into the cardboard to make it look like they went inside of the cover and to move the entire wheel, so. Speaking of the wheel, it is painted on kind of like Klaus's, but it is not 3D because when I tried to give it depth with the side plate coverings, it just didn't look good. So I just decided to paint it on, and it looks good. So he also has a tan or gold line that goes across his body. I think it looks decent. It could have been a little simpler, but oh well. Moving back to his cab here, his number is 246 because, like I said, he's the older brother of Klaus, so that would technically mean that he'd have to be a lower number to be older. So it's kind of confusing how the numbering works if you don't really understand it, but yeah. The windows are pretty much in the same position as Klaus. He is missing a few windows, though. but I don't know. I think he looks a lot better like this. So, yeah. The wheels for Klaus are also off-brand. I just had to cut a off-brand engine in half and just use the wheels for that. Oh, and the front bogie does swivel on a Lego turntable piece, kind of like the Klaus. So, yeah. Here's the other side for Siegmund. I think this side is a little bit messier just because this side was kind of rushed because I had to go to an event when I was just about to finish him. So, I don't know. It gets the job done, really. So, that will be Klaus's main body. Now we go on to his tender. Now his tender is pretty simple. It's made up of the same kind of construction process as Klaus's tender. It has a decent bit of weight, but I don't know. It works. So he has the same off-brand coal as Klaus's tender has, and the water hatch is the same molded piece that I just molded. So yeah. The H and excuse me, the H and S lettering is the exact same as Klaus's, because I figured if they worked on the same railway, they'd need to have the same lettering. So yeah, I decided to give him that. Now the other side is simple. I think the lettering turned out a little bit sloppy. Could have done better on it, but you won't really see this side too much. He also does have a red buffer beam on the back, just to give it some more color. The gold and tan line also goes around the entire model, so that works. So yeah, that will be Siegmund. He was a pretty simple custom. I thought he would have been a lot more complicated with his rounded shape, but he actually it was simple. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like I said, if I said Strazzer's name wrong, please correct me. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.